This is one of my least favorite exercises right here. Every time I do this, my butt is on fire.
Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Steven here with Team Euphoric, and today I'm going to be sharing with you a no equipment lower body routine that's only going to take you 12 minutes. In terms of this routine, a few weeks ago I was asked by one of the moderators in the Discord server of John Glaude Van Dam, aka Obese the Beast, to host a workout class for them on their Discord server. Basically, every single Thursday at around 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern time, they host a free workout for their Discord members, and one of the moderators had reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to perform some type of workout for them, and I said absolutely. So I ended up doing a 60-minute Eldoa workout class. If you guys haven't seen the entire video, I'll include a link right up over here if you want to go through the entire workout. But basically, this piece right over here is just going to be the lower body portion of the workout that I actually did. And in terms of the exercises, the reason that I selected these particular exercises is because in my clinic, a lot of my patients come to me with low back pain, and oftentimes people that come with low back pain are going to have some type of dysfunction in the lumbopelvifemoral complex. I've elaborated this in another video where it was called 10 years of low back pain and sciatica gone. I'm going to include a link right up over here if you haven't seen it. But generally, a lot of people that come to me for treatments, I find that they have very, very weak glutes. They also have very weak semimembranosus muscle, and the posterior fibers of the gluteus medius muscle are very, very weak. So I wanted to target exercises to address all of those different issues, and this was basically the workout that I came up with. This workout right over here, if you do have any issues with low back pain, or if you are just looking for a lower body workout to perform that isn't going to take you very long, this would be terrific for you to incorporate. But without further ado, here is the workout.
All right, so now we're going to start doing some strengthening exercises, and the first one is going to be a 4-part glute series. This is going to target all of the fibers of the glutes. The first one, we want you to lie down on your back. Your knees are going to be touching together. Your feet are going to be in line with your hips. You want to put the medial arch, so the inside part of your foot, you want to flatten it down. So try to flatten your foot. You want to maintain retroversion, so you're going to tuck your pelvis underneath you. Put your arms out to the sides by your ears. Keep your chin tucked in. With your eyes, look down between your thighs, but keep your head on the floor. And you're going to roll and unroll your spine one vertebrae at a time by just bringing your hips up to the sky and lowering. And you want to make sure that when you do this, you keep your knees together. Really try to raise your hips as high to the ceiling as you can without letting your legs separate. And you want to make sure that the inner arch of your foot, the medial arch, you want to keep that planted on the floor, so don't let it come up. And make sure that you keep looking between your thighs with your eyes. That's going to put the dura mater under tension. Now we're going to hold it at the top for 15 seconds. And now we're going to lower to the ground. That was for the outermost part of the gluteus maximus. Now we're going to get a little bit closer to the inside by keeping our knees together and putting our feet together as well. We're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to push the medial arch down toward the floor. Look between your thighs, keep your arms out to the side, keep your chin tucked in, and you're going to raise one vertebrae at a time, your hips as high as you can off the ground. Really try to roll one vertebrae at a time. You don't want your spine to come up in one shot. You want to try and do a nice rolling and unrolling. We're going to do 5 more, and then we're going to hold it at the top. Okay, now hold it at the top. We're going to hold it here for 15 seconds. Once we finish this one, the next one is going to be the typical glute bridge that you see most people doing at the gym. So everyone come back down to the ground. You're going to put your feet shoulder width apart, your knees shoulder width apart. You're going to push the medial arch down to the floor. Everything else is exactly the same. And one vertebrae at a time, just roll and unroll your spine, bringing your hips as high to the ceiling as you can without losing any of those components. So this one over here, it's going to target more the middle fibers of the glutes. Specifically, if you were to break your glutes down into 4 sections, The first one being the closest to the crack, the fourth one being the closest to the hip. This one would be the second quadrant, so close to the inside, and now we're going to hold at the top. And the one that we're going to do next is going to be the one closest to the inside, so the most medial fibers of your glutes. Now we're going to lower our butts down to the floor. For this one, you're going to put your feet together, and you want to separate your knees as far apart as you can without letting your medial arch come up off the ground. So if you find that your arch starts to raise, you've gone too far. Go back a little bit more. Same thing, look between your thighs, arms out to the side, chin tucked in, and roll and unroll one vertebrae at a time. This is targeting the most medial fibers, so the ones closest to the crack. Really try to roll and unroll the spine. You don't want to go in just one straight line. We're going to do 5 more, and then we're going to hold it at the top. And hold it. Going to hold it here for 15 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Now, next exercise, we are going to be focusing on the semimembranosus. You have 3 different hamstring muscles. The semimembranosus is the one closest to the inside of the thigh. For this one, we're going to be focusing on the intermediate fiber, so you want to get in the terminator position, hands on the ground. Your foot, you want to put it toward the outside of your hip. And you want to flex your knee and bring it toward the opposite butt cheek. So if you're doing your right leg right now, your right leg should be to the outside of your right hip, and you want to flex it toward your left glute. So we're going to just flex, bring it back to the floor. And this is targeting the semimembranosus, so the innermost hamstring muscle. More reps. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. And switch sides. So put the opposite knee down on the floor, opposite foot down. For this one, same thing. Your foot's to the outside of your hip. And you're going to try and bring the heel of your foot to your opposite glute. And start going. Really try and get as much flexion in the knee as possible. The goal is not to touch your glute, it's just to get as much flexion as you can. So don't worry if you're not touching your glute. Most people on the planet are not going to be able to do that.
Especially if you had knee injuries like me, and you're older, and you're in your 50s.
Or if you have a tight rectus like me. We're going to do 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we are going to lie down on our side. And we are going to do another glute exercise. This is for the glute medius. We're going to be working on the posterior fibers. So for this one here, you're going to lie down on your side, flex your bottom hip and knee to 90 degrees. Your top leg, you want to flex it to 90 degrees. You're going to keep a slight bend in your knee to release the tension on the tensor fasciae lati muscle. You're going to point your toes toward your head, turn the sole of your foot down toward the ground, and you are going to lift up as high as you can and back down. You could keep your hand on your ilium or your pelvis to make sure that it stays stacked on top. We're going to do 5 more repetitions, and then you're going to hold it at the top. And hold it. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're gonna go all the way down, all the way back up again. This is one of my least favorite exercises right here. Every time I do this, my butt is on fire.
Me too.
Yeah, so if you don't have access to the yes or no thank you machines, this is going to be a great alternative. Hold it. You're going to hold it here for 15 seconds. Make sure that your feet are still pointing toward your head, the soles of your feet are pointing down, and back down. We're going to go one more round. Got 5 more. Hold it up. And back down. All right, now we're going to turn onto the other side. And we're going to do the exact same thing. The bottom leg, flexing the hip and knee to 90 degrees. Top leg, you're going to flex it to 90. Bend the knee just a little bit to release the tension on the tensor fasciolati muscle. Now you're going to point your toes toward your head, turn the sole of your foot toward the floor, and we're going to start going up and down as high as you can. Got 5 more. Hold it at the top. Got 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back down, all the way up again. Ten more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold it. 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down. Got one more round. Five more. 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold it. 10 seconds left. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. All right. How's the butt feeling?
Ooh, on fire.
And there you have it. That was the lower body workout. Once again, if you do have any type of low back pain, this would be a terrific way to strengthen the areas that are most likely causing the problems with regard to your low back pain. And even if you don't have any low back pain at all, if you're just looking for a good lower body workout that you can perform that requires absolutely no equipment and only takes 12 minutes, go ahead and give this workout a try. But that's pretty much it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to smash that like button so I know to make more of these types of videos in the future. And if you're either new to the channel or haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, as I will be uploading new videos every single day. That's it for today's video. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you again tomorrow.